was so consistent in that they had so many saves, which eventually resulted or turned into points. Yeah, they followed it through.
Ang tanong lang naman talaga dito is, can they sustain it going into the third set? Magkakaroon bang laglag sa laro itong Adamson? Because again, I say that because it's been their character in the last 3 games. They had, kumbaga sakal na nila yung UST nung laro na yun. They had them by the
2
neck.
sets up,
They couldn't squeeze them dry enough. Because UST are probably also testament to UST's heart.
That's right.
And it's always one of the biggest weapons of that team. And they came back to win that one. So a good start, Yui getting the first point here to get their foot ahead of the Adamson Lady Falcons. They're down 2 sets. Adamson has not been able to put 2 wins together so far. And even if they win this one, obviously they won't. They're coming off a loss, but they will be 2-2. And again, we will say what we said in the pregame. And this is not to defend them, but the 2 teams that did beat them were the top 2 teams of the league.
That's right. And napakasakit for Adamson if they're gonna lose this back-to-back games, winning the first 2 sets and then ending up with a loss. And
I'm sure that's still fresh in their head.
I know, and hopefully they go for the right reason.
Since Zapata is back, second-year player for the Lady Falcons, who battled against the men of Adamson in practice, according to my
That's really a big adjustment. It can work for you, it can work against
Cemento
you.
ba, di ba? Cemento yun.
Cemento.
Sabi nila. Cemento ba o kahoy?
Cemento yan.
Yeah, but you remember they were talking about that in the last game, how they're trying to adjust to the surface, the Taraflex surface.
Baka naman mali tayo, baka Taraflex na rin sila sa gym nila.
Hindi, pero alam ko, yung sabi nila nung last game na parang nag-a-adjust pa sila dahil ang practice nila. Hindi, I think it's sa kahoy.
Kahoy.
Parquet, I think. Was out there playing. But that was that was 2 games ago. It was even before UST. That was their win over FEU.
And to play against the men's squad or the boys team,
Depends
depends pero yung depends nga kung nasanay ka dun sa mga malalakas sa palo ng lalaki, baka naman nakalimutan mo na mag-defend dun sa mga off-speed at mahina.
Okay. I get it.
Sometimes your defensive patterns get mixed up.
It's a good point. And Adamson here. Ahead 5-1. Nico, what's happening on that side?
Sometimes they say that in sports, a team can only go as far as their star can carry them. During that last break, Coach Vanji De Jesus was really in the ear of ailing star Kite Rosale. And she spoke about Kite before the game and said Kite is without a doubt a natural talent. However, she sometimes needs to be constantly reminded about the basics of the game and how to think about strategy while she's inside playing and how she can't rocket every single ball tossed to her. Now, Jimberly Dizon, one of her teammates, was talking to Kite one-on-one during that break and said, Kite, alam ko masakit pero kailangan ka namin ngayon. Let's see if she can step up and carry her team past this set, guys.
You know, but when you have an injury, especially if it's in the game of volleyball, a shoulder, which is a primary part of the body that you use, your decision-making gets affected along the way. You know, may mga alalayan ka, kahit na sabihin mong, you know, your heart is willing or your will, you know, you want to do this, you want to do that. Your body sometimes, you know, doesn't respond the same way. So, you can't blame her also. I'm sure she's still gutting it out. She's not showing any kind of weakness physically, at least, hindi niya manifest.
Yes. And sometimes just her mere presence on the court, her leadership, kung yung mga intangibles ba.
Si Maito Morado nung isang laro, di ba? Kalaban mo. But this is the Adamson team that we know and we're used to. 8-2 is the score. Back in a moment.